National Wellness Awareness Month. So it's time to make self-care, your mental health, and maybe taking a deep breath for once in your life a priority. Summer transitioning into fall, the kids are heading back to school, and it can just really put a lot of stress on our bodies. So here to share ways to help manage all of that, we have family medicine physician Scott Itano with Kaiser Permanente Northgate Medical Center. Hey there, Scott, how are you?
Good, how are you doing?
I'm excited that you're back. I know you were traveling. Was that like a little self-care moment for you?
Yes, that's one of my favorite ways to do self-care.
I love that, yes. Okay, so I have to know, as these transitions happen, what kind of reactions are you seeing a lot from people at the clinic?
I see the full spectrum of reactions. Some people absolutely love fall. They love picking pumpkins, they're changing the fall colors. And then on the other hand, some people struggle. Some people feel sad, and others actually get clinically depressed with something called seasonal affective disorder, or SAD.
Okay, yeah, so let's talk a little bit more about that, because we're talking about the extra stress. You know, it's not like that easygoing summer schedule anymore, so there's that, and the big dark coming, as you alluded to, okay? So what kind of recommendations do you have for people, especially if they already know this could be an issue for them?
And in Seattle, we know that these winters can be dark and gloomy. So I have a strategy for people, breaking it down to 3 broad buckets. So first off, just knowing your triggers. Secondly, calming your body. And then thirdly, training your mind. So when I'm talking about knowing your triggers, if you know that changing the seasons or going back to school is stressful, plan ahead. Prepare so that you're proactive and not reactive, and give yourself some breathing space. Then we talk about calming your body. This is all those self-care things we know that are good for us. So getting outside, getting a little more light exposure, doing exercise, giving yourself a mood boost and that endorphin rush, and just getting good quality sleep. And in the winter, adjusting your sleep so that you're asleep during the darkest time of the night and you're awake during the light time. So those are all strategies of self-care. And then lastly, training your mind. So mindfulness, meditation, that's an active form of de-stressing your brain. Or you can learn active cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, and learning techniques to de-stress yourself.
Okay, so you really feel that meditation works? I'm so type A that I'm like, it's never gonna work for me.
Yes, there's proven signs that meditation can work. It's your active form of giving your brain a break, because otherwise your brain's just going. It's hard for us type A personalities to calm down. Meditation is an active way to let your brain have a break.
Okay, you don't know this, but my husband, who watches the show, is sitting at home saying, I was right, because he loves meditation, really swears by it, so that's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the kiddos are heading back to school pretty darn soon already. I was telling you, I'm so excited. My kid's starting kinder. It's a big time for them, but it's also a lot of stress, longer days. So how can we as the adults in their lives sort of help them manage that?
It is a big time, and school season can always be stressful. And kids experience stress just like adults. And we also need to teach them stress management just like adults. So things for kids that we can do: all those self-care things that I mentioned earlier, healthy meals, getting exercise outside, getting good sleep. That's never a bad thing. And then letting kids be kids, letting them laugh and be happy. So if you know there's a favorite movie that makes them laugh and they love to watch it with them. Add some brevity to their life. I think another key tip is having some unscheduled free time. I know there's this urge for parents to go from school to activity to activity to activity. That's really hard, even for adults. So giving kids just a little bit of breathing space at the beginning of the school year so they can transition can really be helpful, so they're not as stressed.
You know what? I have to share with you real quick before we say goodbye. I was traveling myself not too long ago. My kid, great traveler, but he randomly stopped and said, I need to do art. And we listened to him, because that is how he de-stresses. So I think listening to what your kids are telling you they need, also a big deal.
Talking with your kid is always a good thing. You're always understanding what they need. Having a two-way feedback system is great.
Amazing. Scott, thank you so much for this advice. So needed right now.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, anytime. I feel more relaxed when you're here, so I appreciate that.